architecture. Many topics are in such a way that you don't even know about their architectural concept, but still you are using it. That happens generally, right? The point is, let's prove this, right? The concept is how it can happen. Let's prove this one. That means how it is happening actually. See, suppose I'm writing here the value. I say let values is an array. So suppose it is suppose number type array, and in that number type array I'm initializing the memory where I am storing 10, 20, 30, 40, like this values I am storing. Okay, great. Right. Now observe carefully. I will write a logic here for where property in values, property in values. Later you will learn about it, but in JavaScript you should know that in is an operator which is used to read all the properties in that collection. All the properties in that collection. Okay, I am printing like this, console.log. I am printing here the property. I am printing the property. I will use dollar, and here in the square brace, I am printing the property. I am printing the property. That means we are reading all properties from that array. And not only printing all the properties from the array, I am printing all the values also from the array. Actually, to print the values from the array, so we have a technique, that is values of the property. We are passing like this. Later operators you will understand about that. I am writing a logic here. So let's compile and run this. You can see I am reading all the properties of an array and printing them. You can see these are the properties. 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the properties. What generally developer is thinking about them, they are index numbers. Okay, let's see what their data type is. Index number means it is a number 0, 1, 2, 3. You are saying index number. Index number means it should be a number, but see what it is actually. We are reading the properties. The properties are coming and they are 0, 1. Now I will write here a small logic. So I will write here a small logic. The logic is nothing but I want to know its a data type, what type it is, what type it is. Then we have an operator called type of. We have an operator called type of. I am using type of property. That means what is the data type of that property? We are trying to print it. Now let's compile and run this again. We are trying to print the data type of the properties, and you can see here the data type of the properties. You can see all are string type. They are all string type. That means 0 is a string, 1 is a string, 2 is a string. The properties are string type. In that the values are stored. So if you say they are index numbers, then it should be number type, right? But they are string type. You can see they are string type. I am using type of to understand the data type of that property. And the data type of the property is string type. It is string type. And in that string type reference, it is storing this value. Then why do all the developers these days calling about index number? They say that in array 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. We don't know why they are doing that. That means they don't have a proper knowledge architecturally about it, right? That means we don't know why they are saying it as an index number. We don't know who told them about that index number. But actually, technically, it is not that. It is a property, right? And this is what we are seeing. So technically what it is in the background, I will show you now. So then what do you say? You declared a variable, see, let products. It is what type? String type. Okay. And we are allocating initializing memory. After initializing memory, see what I am doing now. Products of I am using quote. In quote I am saying 0 is equal to 10 is equal to some TV. Okay. And I am writing products of 1 as a string type is equal to some mobile. Okay, I am trying to access. So here, products of, observe carefully, products of, I am using a string type, 1 reference. I am not using as a number because technically I know that they are string types. They are not number types actually. Now you may say that with number also I can access. You can access as number also. I am using 0. I am using 1 like this. I am storing like this. And to access the first product, how we can access the first product? So products of 0. So products of 0. And I'm accessing plus /n means next line. In the next line, products of 1. One is index number type, another one is string type. Even you give this number type 0, it is actually going to convert into string type in the background. That means it is not number. Even you give a number, when the compiler is going to translate this, it is going to convert it into a string type only. So that's the reason, as a developer, you are following this technique from several days, thinking that you are passing a number actually, but actually it is not a number. I will show here. See, we are storing with a string property reference and accessing through the string only. Here one is like number we have written, another one like string we have written. Let's compile and run this here. We will compile and run this here. That means how we are storing and accessing the values there. And you can see both are working fine. That means the property is a string type and we can access by using that string type. Technically, we proved that because when we read the data type of the property, it is not returning a number, it is returning a string. So technically, it is a string. It is a string. That is what actually we need to understand first, right? So here, whenever you assign here, storing values into array is allocated with memory by using constructor or by using meta character. Values are stored into array by using the reference of array properties, and values are accessed from array by using the properties. So usually the properties are string type, having string type, having the reference of index number, having the reference of index number in string type. But it is not actually index number directly. It is index number is used to store in memory by the compiler. But when a developer is referring it, he cannot directly refer the memory index number. He have to refer it as a property here. Through that property, we can access and we can read. That means we are saying that what is the basic syntax? LET values is a string type. So here is equal to into that I am passing some number. Suppose I am passing some values, that is A and that is B, like this. This is C. We are initializing like this. After initializing, how we can access them? Then we can say console.log values of 1. Like this we can define values of 1. It is a string type reference. That means it will return B. It will return B. Suppose I say console.log